Hello YouTube friends, Trent Deerhorn here, 21st Century Shaman. I wanted to talk to you today about something called dogma. Dogma is something that is pervasive throughout our society, and it's in places that we sometimes don't even consider dogma to be. So most often we consider dogma to be part of religious belief systems. But dogma is actually part of many belief systems. For example, there's scientific dogma. If something cannot be measured, if something cannot be seen, touched, it is non-existent. Well, this particular scientific dogma only lasted as long as it took for people to discover the atom. Yes, they can now see it and measure it, etc., but it's very difficult to place all of the scientific expectations onto something like an atom. And when we're talking about atoms, we're talking about energy. Now, a lot of people in common society think that energy is something that only comes through a light bulb or through an outlet in the wall. They think of it as only electrical energy. But there's all kinds of energies. And so as we become more and more acquainted with the subtle energies, the subatomic energies, and how they affect us, we break through dogma. There's other dogma as well. And sometimes even shamanism contains within it particular dogma. For example, I remember being told once that when working around a medicine wheel, one should always work in a clockwise fashion, because to go counterclockwise is to invite evil spirits. I've discovered this is dogma. It does not matter whether one works clockwise or counterclockwise, because whether one is working clockwise or counterclockwise, you're also creating within the energy force the opposite of whatever it is you're working. It's like clogs in a wheel. One goes clockwise, the other is forced to go counterclockwise. That's just the way it works with energies. So I'll invite people to let go of dogmas such as that. Another one that I discovered when I was around 9 years old was the dogma about everyone has a silver thread that connects them to their astral bodies. When my teacher was helping me learn how to astrally project, we discovered that I don't have a silver thread. This was something that my teacher had never encountered before and had to contact his grandmother and figure out what was going on with that. Her response? The children that are being born now don't always have that. Some of them are free agents in the universe. They have free will, but they don't have to be attached to their bodies all the time when they are astrally projecting. In fact, to be attached to their bodies all the time would mean that they become limited in the work that they are able to do throughout this world and all other worlds. At 9 years old, that was a pretty big feedback to have, and I wasn't sure that I would ever be able to live up to those standards. Fortunately, I've been able to learn more, to grow in my strength, and to release all the dogma that holds me back. And when I've done this, especially around the astral projection part, what I've discovered is that in a belief system, there was an established belief that the silver thread had to be there, and that there was danger if the thread should get severed. What better way to instill fear in people's hearts so that they don't even attempt to astrally project, so that they don't even try to become as big as they can possibly be? I don't know who created this belief system in the first place. But, part of me thinks that that was rather brilliant, albeit sinister. I've learned that if people allow themselves to let go of the need for a silver thread, it no longer exists, and they become free agents in the universe. Something to think about. I'll invite you to allow yourself to explore the dogmas in your world. Dogmas that hold you back. You know, even belief systems about what marriage is supposed to be and not supposed to be. These things are dogmatic at times. It's more important to have your relationship, your world, your actions reflect what your beliefs are, not necessarily inflict other people's beliefs on those. So I'll invite you to look at them, to ponder them, and to break free of all dogma so that you are able to be a free agent in the universe as well. Blessed be.